Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good.
Turn the phone. There you go. Okay. All right. There we go. There we go. Welcome to Soothe and Shine TV. It's your host, Roy Cleopatra, in here today with my co-host who will be in and out, Lady Precious, the single ladies, well, for at least just for now. And we do have an incredibly special guest who is going to share with us on our subject matter, single season. It is time to crack the code. It is time to crack the code and unveil the secrets to being single in this season. Clarence Mason is in the house. It is time. Welcome here. Friday night. You already know how I do. And for all my subscribers, it has been a while since I have entered this space. However, consider me back. And for you newcomers, if you've not yet subscribed before we start, I would like for you to smash that red button, subscribe, and also the notification bell so that you stay in tuned when we come live or when we upload a new video. This is a special Friday, as we all know. I want you to help me welcome Clarence Mason. Welcome.
Thank you all very much. I appreciate it. I'm honored to be here with you.
Yes, sir. And before we get started into our single season self mastery, where we're taking back our personal power, I would love for you to go ahead, take a minute or two, introduce yourself to our audience tonight so they can know a little bit more about you before we get into our subject matter tonight.
Thank you very much. I'm 74 years old. I lived half my life. I lived half my life with the world's most beautiful woman. We had 35 years of marriage, and on our honeymoon, she turned to me and said, I do not intend to work at a good marriage. I intend to play at a good marriage. And we spent 35 years playing, laughing, nurturing, because she was a very good woman and very good at being a woman. And I was a very good man and very good at being a man. And so we joined those two things together. See, it's really important to understand, folks, if God looked at man and said, it is not good that man to be alone, and for our own good, he made Eve, then there is no battle of the sexes. There's no stress between us. We're just in rebellion to each other. Let's stop playing the game. When she passed away in 2020, we had a 5-year plan in our marriage. Every 5 years, we marched where we were in our marriage and where we want to be. On my 70th birthday, we decided 35 years ago that we were going to move to Florida. She died 9 days before my 70th birthday. Half my life, within 5 days of being half my life with her. And in honor of our final goal, I moved us to Florida, and I'm now here enjoying myself, raising my grandkids. But I see I'm dating now for the first time in 50 years, and it is crazy out here. What is this mess? It's like it's a constant battle between male and females only in a relationship, not at work, not on a bus, not at church, only in that relationship. That means it's satanic.
Wow. So you said that you're dating now at 74 years old. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
I wonder if my audience hear that. So I guess at least I can keep hope. I can keep courage.
No, no, young lady, you're the flower. You're not the bee. You don't pull yourself out the ground and chase down a bee. You decide where you are on the field to determine what comes to pollinate. You attract a bee, a hummingbird, a fly. You attract what you attract. If you don't like what you're attracting, you're at the wrong place on the hill and you're sending the wrong things out. You are the person that everybody looks at. You're the creature that everybody looks at. You are the attractive force. So if you got the wrong guys around you, you're going to the wrong places. Because good guys all hang together. I'm a good guy. I only know good guys. I only know good guys.
That is correct. And as we delve into our subject matter tonight about single season, I hope everybody is here. If you have to get pen and paper to take some notes as our
These notes.
special guest drops some nuggets. He's here to nurture us tonight. He is 74 years old, so that means he has something in his trunk to dig up so he can share with us tonight so that we can get some sense into knowing that singleness doesn't mean that it is the end of the world. And sometimes we got to show up in our own lives and show up for ourselves. And there is this issue with self-worth. Some of us we have low self-worth. And as you mentioned, Mr. Mason, when we allow people who do not have the capacity for us to enter our lives, then it causes broken families, and we have to bear the consequences. It causes a lot of different issues in society, and today we're here to expound on that and to speak to our single people, men and women. Loneliness is the absence of people, while aloneness is the absence of purpose. And some of us, we don't want to be alone, but that is okay. So Mr. Mason, before we get to you again, Mr. Mason, Lady Precious, what do you have to say?
Well, I am Coach DP, life coach, focusing on life after loss. And I just want to thank you for allowing me to be here on this platform. I thank everyone who's tuned in. Um, and I just want to say I found my purpose through my pain. After losing my husband in 2020 as well, the same as Mr. Mason, I've discovered that, a lot of things about me. So I am now currently single. So
Okay,
until God sends the
lady.
right one. Um, and no, I'm not dating. So,
Well, as you mentioned that, you know what? I
but,
dropped a poll.
what was that?
I actually dropped a poll here so people can vote,
Okay.
asking them their current relationship status, if they're single, not dating, single, dating, married, or in a committed relationship but not married, or is about to hang up on that relationship. So I want to know, guys, please participate in that poll because we would like to know. As we speak about statistics, it is shown, or statistics has shown, that today in the world there are at least 2.1 billion single people in this world today. Do you believe that? In the US alone, 58 point, I think 6% people are single, and that's from age 15 and up. And
We
I
got
think
15-year-olds. You can't count 15-year-olds in that analysis.
I understand, but I'm just going with statistics. As you
They're not
know, the world is crazy today. The world is crazy today.
15-year-olds. Come on.
Exactly. But you know, the reality is 15 years old, they're getting active when it
Well,
comes
yes.
to relationships, sexuality. It's just the facts of life. And so they did a poll. Our statistics has shown that 15 years and up in the United States, up to 58.6% people are single. And I think Detroit, Michigan holds that poll today. Now, one of the things I want to say, for me, I have been single for a while now by choice, because as a child of God, I had to walk away from a relationship that was not serving me and serving the life that I am living. And the reason why I did that, because the word of God says that I should flee from fornication. And most of us, when we are either dating, we misconstrue dating for sexuality. And tonight, we want to let you know that it is okay to be single. It is okay to love yourself. Think about self care, rediscover yourself. We are also going to touch on some of these topics like independence, the freedom of being single, social life, emotional well being, dating and relationships, yes, of course, self love, personal growth, career advancement, because, you know, a lot of times people put their career first. Don't want to be in a committed relationship, and that can pose a problem, but that's okay. Some people, that's your choice, as well as future aspirations. Now, what do you think about self discovery? Let's start with that.
Talking to me,
Yes.
you already know yourself. You don't got to discover yourself. You got to know yourself enough to know when you find somebody that matches what you're doing. We spend too much time overthinking this. This should be very easy. Finding a mate. You mentioned that you're single. I'm single. I'm absent also. I'm looking for the right woman, and it's not hard finding women. It's hard finding the right woman. And you should not be looking for a man. You should be preparing yourself for that man. Preparing you. He's alive right now. He's a grown man right now. He's looking for you also. Prepare yourself so when he sees you, there's something about you that catches his attention, He approaches you. It should take you 2 weeks to determine the guy's good or not, and move on. You cannot. Your mother instincts want you to change bad into good. I don't understand that. You are the prize. I should convince you. I should take your breath away. You should not be able to breathe without me. You should not be able to think without me around you. I should be covering you. Let's get back to the basics. I'm a man and you're a female. You're made differently. You're also made to be seduced. You gotta be careful. You're made to be seduced. So you will buy the lie. Men will lie to you to lie with you. So you gotta be careful. And usually in the old days, when I got married, there were other men in my wife's life that loved her and not try to sleep with her. These were brothers and uncles and daddy. I had to meet all these dudes ahead of time because they were setting up the family values to me. This is the family values, dude. Right now, you ladies don't have any men around you. You think you're strong. You think you're able to take care of this. You cannot do this. And you get frustrated and you stay home and you get friends, you get a dog, get a cat, and you think you're satisfied. You need a man because God made you, because man needs you. You need a man. But and you're getting older now, and if you stop working and have nobody in your life, you're not going to be defendable. You're going to be defenseless.
But that's the thing. That's why we're speaking about self-discovery, where sometimes we have to take a step back, take a time out, and go on that journey of exploration and understanding oneself, going deep into those layers of our identity. Because as you said, a lot of us women, especially, like I said, yes, women are wired different from men. Women are more on the
Praise God
emotional,
for the differences. Praise
right,
God
the
for the differences.
emotional side, while men are more biologically wired. And so
Right.
as females, a lot of times we do lower our standards. We don't have any boundaries. We have no negotiables or non-negotiables. And so also because of traumatic experiences from a childhood stage, we lose who we are and go into these relationships. So it's okay. Take a step back, peel back the surface to reveal, your innermost thoughts, your desires, and the truth about who you are through introspection, reflection, and also the experiences that you have encountered, and unearth that essence of who we really are, embracing our strengths, acknowledging our weaknesses, and also learning to navigate the complexities of our emotions and experiences. And that is what the self discovery is all about, unveiling the depths within.
The most valuable thing you have is your time. And
Mhm.
when you meet a man, if you give him enough time, you give any male enough time, he will seduce you. So if you're going to date a guy on the first date, on the first phone call, interrogate him.
Yes.
Interrogate him. Here's why. Here's why, ladies. Listen to me, ladies.
We listening. We
If
listening.
you should ask the guy on the phone, do you have a police record? You got a probation officer? You ever hit a woman? You have a job? What's your plan in 5 years? The reason why these are very intrusive questions. But two things happen. The guy with no future gets offended. He gets defensive. Why are you asking these hard questions for? But good guys want to brag to you. They want to tell you they got a job. They want to tell you got a career. They want to tell you got plans. And in 5 minutes, you understand who you're talking to. In 5 minutes, you wait 2 weeks, you're in love already. I got your heart. You're not going anywhere with your heart. You have no guarding of your heart. You give me enough time, I will seduce you. And also a second thing, the guys should approach you gently. That's where that gentleman comes from. We should protect you. We should put a hedge about you. We should analyze your condition and make your condition better. If I'm not bringing something better to your life, I should not know your name.
Should be
Ladies,
adding
guard
value.
your time. Guard your time, ladies.
Should be adding value, of course.
That's right. That's right.
That's why personal growth is important. It empowers oneself and allows you to fulfill, have that fulfillment being single, and connecting yourself with others. Because you did say something a while ago, like a lot of times we women, and I'm stressing on the woman, we fight for and we vie and compete with other females with a man who has 4, 5, 6, 7 different
All the time.
female
All the time.
companions, and
Yep.
we try to put ourselves in that midst by competing. We try to say, oh, we're gonna have sex with the man better. We're gonna cook for him. We're gonna do everything for him. We're giving that man husband treatment when he's an boyfriend. And
Before
so
he earns
it's
it.
not
Before
right.
he earns it.
Exactly. So it's not right for us to be with a man who is having multiple women dating at the same time or having,
Well, on my end,
relationship.
ladies, on my end, I also will not date you. I will not take you to dinner to see if I like you. We're going to find out way before I start spending money on you if I like you. We're going to find out in 20 minutes on the phone if I like you. I met a young lady a few months ago, and I called her. She looked great on the profile. She was beautiful. And I got on the phone. I asked her a question. She asked me a question. What are you looking for? I said, I'm looking for a wife. She said, what are you looking for in a wife? I said, submission.
You're looking for what?
Submission.
Submission, okay.
Yes. And she said, why do I have to submit? I said, you don't, but my wife will.
But here goes also. My question nowadays, I've learned so much being in my single season. So my question to a man these days, what are you looking for in a woman? Versus, I'm going to also add another question. What are you looking for in a wife?
That's the
Because
only one you
remember,
should ask.
it's
That's the one
it's
you should ask.
it's two different things.
Yes.
You're
I
looking
only asked
for
that
in a woman who I am woman, but what
Yes.
are you also looking for in a wife? Because when as a woman, you are the individual, but as a wife, you play the role.
You better be playing.
Okay, a role, or you have a
Yeah.
role to take
Oh,
care of, and so you may not want that man may not want the same thing that he wants in a woman
find out early, before
versus
dinner,
what
before
he
the
is looking
trips,
for
before
in
the
a
gifts.
wife. So those
Find
are
out early.
important questions.
They
You
are.
find out in 2 seconds. You can find out in 30 seconds. Don't play. You lose every time you play the time game. You give me enough time. I don't care if you hate everything about me. You give me enough time. That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
Well, independence. Let's move on to independence. Being single and being independent. Lady
You will.
Princess.
When it
You will.
comes to being single and independent, I feel like it's a challenge. When it comes to dating, because you I mean, every man wants to know that they're needed and they're wanted. But I feel like sometimes some men, knowing that you may not need them financially or on that level where you have everything together, I think some men can be intimidated, or that, if they know of you and they see, you know what I'm saying? They see that you have everything together, that it's a drawback. You know what I mean?
What
Okay.
I found is that women with money, they feel differently. Uh, I don't care how much money I've dated. I dated a doctor in Dallas. She made $50,000 a month with a huge mansion. And then I dated a woman that worked as a clerk. It doesn't, I'm not dating you for money. I'm dating you for that relationship. It does not matter to me on my end. It doesn't matter. Ladies, we just want you to be feminine. Can you be soft? Can you be
I
encouraging?
agree.
Can I be your hero? Can you be proud of me? See, you get what you feed. You get what you feed. If you feed love, you get love. It grows more than anything else. So don't worry about your job, because we don't care about your job. We care about our job. It's different. You care about
But,
our family.
but here goes. But here goes.
Oh, okay.
I've heard in the past, or still today, you have women who will say, "Oh, I'm independent and I don't need a man." I'm going to say to those women, a lot of times, if they should wish
I deny
to
that.
unmask, if they should wish to be vulnerable, if they should wish to be transparent, that's a lie. That's a lie. And
I
we
agree with
can't
that.
be too independent as women, because God created man and woman to cohabit and to be interdependent of each other. It's
Right.
okay to
Yeah.
build upon yourself. So when you have that independence, being single, use that time to build on you.
Stay single.
Rebuild, stay single,
Stay
as you
single.
said, be humble, build on you.
I
Okay. Now, when you build on you, it's okay to achieve the thing. So, because one of the things that I realized, a lot of people, man and woman, this person who they want this person to be this, they want this person to have this, but do they even have that capacity, or do they have similar things that they require of their prospective partner, right? So it is okay to build on yourself, achieve the things that you want to achieve, so that now, going back to standards, going back to boundaries, that person who is coming has to come equal with their 100%.
What do you mean by equal?
Equal. You're bringing your A game, so you have the same thing that.
I'm not playing the game.
Okay, so for
I'm
me
not,
right
I'm not
now.
playing the game.
Okay, so for me right now. Okay,
I'm not looking for equal partner.
For me personal right now, I'm not gonna look for a man with potential. He's gonna have to have certain things that I'm looking for, and I'm going to make sure that I have the same things that I need in that man.
What does he need? What does he need from you?
Say that again.
If women say, I don't need a man, I always respond with the same thing. Why would a man need you?
Why would a man need me? Because he needs someone who is feminine. He needs someone to complete him.
But you say, but if a woman says she doesn't need a man, that means she's not into being feminine. She doesn't need a man. You're saying that you don't need.
For those women who say
who are like that, those women who are saying that, because we have a lot of modern women who do have that mentality. Oh, I don't need a man. I'm paying my own bills. I'm doing my own thing and all of this stuff here. But I feel like if you're an adult, you're supposed to do that anyways. But you know,
ladies, listen. Men are the biggest game players in the world. If you tell me you don't need a man, that's telling me I ain't got to marry you and still have sex with you.
No, we're not saying we are not right here with you. Are
right
not
here, that's right.
I understand. Right. Let's just talk about. Listen, God took something from Adam.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't good for Adam to be alone, so He took something from Adam that I no longer have, what God took from me. And He created you as a woman. That means you have what God took from me, and I want it back. I want that connection with what God took from me, that femininity. I want that. I desire that. I want somebody to live for me. Baby, if I'm going to give my life for you, why can't you live your life for me?
But that's what we're saying. And that is what we're saying. That is what we're engaging in, that God made man and woman to interrelate. It's no independence, but it is okay for two independent people to come together and be interdependent on each other. Nothing wrong with that.
Give me an example of that.
That's how my relationship was.
I'm sorry. You have to be in the road that God put you in. And if I'm not going to share my kingdom with nobody, I'm not going to lose my kingdom. Everything that goes wrong in my marriage is my fault. Everything. My wife could not do anything. I had a radio program in San Diego. Every night I said, my wife can do nothing to get me to divorce her. This is my kingdom. And everything that goes wrong in my kingdom is my fault. That made her one or two ways. That made her greedy and selfish, or it made her loyal and protective. And she became a better wife because she knew there was no mistake she could make to get her husband to stop loving her. I cover her. She didn't cover me. I support her. She didn't support me. I loved her and she loved me.
You have, so as you're on that point, what I do see, you have some people, they go into relationship to change people. There's no reason to go in any relationship to change anyone. And you have some men will tell their woman that, oh, once we become husband and wife, I don't want you to work. There shouldn't be such a thing. There should not be such a thing where a man is going to want a woman to stop working to be submissive. No, that should not be. Nothing is wrong with that woman working, still working and being who she was. Okay, so let's say, for example, I'm this person who, when you met me, I'm out there in the world doing missionary for God. Hold on. Doing missionary for God's work, right? And other things. You're going to come in my life and tell me that I should not work anymore, or you don't want me to work anymore. No, you're not going to tell me that. We're not going to be compatible. I'm going to tell you that straight up.
Well, I have a question for you. Let's say that you and I are married. We're happily married. We got two careers. You got a great job. I have a great job. And we come home from work one day. You and I sit at the kitchen table, and one of us says, I got a great opportunity for promotion today. It's $10,000 more a year. It's exactly what I want for my career. It's going to be great. And one of you, I got to let them know tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock in the morning. And one of you want to take the job and the promotion and move. The other one does not. And you both got great reasons why you feel that way. And you talk and listen all night long to each other. And you analyze situations all night long. But now it's 7:59 in the morning. It's decision time. What happens?
Okay. In that situation, that's the reason why when people date, people must date for a purpose. You don't necessarily date for marriage or getting together. Date for a purpose. Because sometimes you probably just date because you want to go hang out with someone, just having company. No. All of these things from the get-go should be discussed so that there be no
Misunderstanding. Yeah.
right, no disagreement where we
Right.
can
Who
agree
makes the final
on the
decision?
things. I'm sorry?
Who makes the final decision? It's now 7:59 in the morning. It's decision time right now. Who makes the decision?
No. That's what I'm saying. That's the reason why when people date, you're gonna make sure that you put everything on the table and have a discussion. And if from there,
Okay.
if we're not compatible, then you keep it moving. I keep it moving.
If you don't have a designated, pre-designated decision maker, you have chaos.
No.
Yes,
No.
you do. You have
No,
chaos. But
that's
you
the
argue
reason
and
why
debate.
I disagree.
You argue and debate all day long. Who makes it? Okay, my scenario is now 7:59. It is now decision time. What happens?
In a decision like that, that's what I'm saying. Those are lifetime decisions.
But you're not
Long
telling me what
term,
happens. So what
long
happens?
term,
No,
long
what happens there? What happens there is that unless you got a decision maker in the family, the one who loves
but
the
the
most will
woman is
get.
also a decision
The
maker.
one,
It's
the
not
one
You
who
said
loves the most will give in.
it's
The
not
one
one
who,
person making the decision.
sure, somebody, baby, you got to have a decision making in the marriage. You got to have a decision maker in the marriage.
No, I
Yes,
think both parties need to be in.
okay. So with a situation as such as your
yes,
scenario, Mason, like you're saying that it has to be one person to be that decision maker.
No.
So in
yeah.
that
And
that scenario that you just stated, that
yeah,
you just shared with us, how if both of you guys have great careers, you
yes,
know, and
yep,
then there's a decision for a promotion.
yes.
You didn't say if this promotion is
It doesn't matter what it is, baby. It doesn't matter.
okay.
Somebody has to be the decision maker. It has to be acknowledged by both of you. You make the final decision because
Well, I
both
was
of you
gonna
get
say like
paid.
it has to be an agreement with that
No,
Yes.
it doesn't have
decision.
to be an agreement, baby, because you have
So
two. You have never seen two people working together, and there's not a decision maker in any situation. You've always got a decision maker, a manager,
you
cheerleader,
do.
except in marriage. In marriage, only women talk about no. I want to. You can be a decision maker, but it has to be designated. You got to know ahead of time. And by the way, if it turns out to be the wrong decision, there's no complaining. There's no complaining. It's just who's going to make the final decision in the family. In my family, it's going to be me for a reason. There's a reason why it's going to be me. And so if I'm gonna take responsibility
That
and the
sounds like a
blame,
controlling relationship to me.
well, I don't know what it's called, but it's for me. It's not for you. It's for me. So if I am in a relationship, you have to have a manager, sweetheart. You have to have a manager in everything you do. In every
We understand that the men are leaders and
then that's the
Should
decision.
be should
That's,
be leaders.
then why can't
they
I lead?
should be leaders. However,
However,
these are
it's
decisions and conversations that should be held that, let's say, just in case we should get together and this happens, how are we going to deal with it? Because you can't tell the woman as a man, because you are the decision maker, that, oh, she needs to stop
if,
working.
if
That's
we
not
if we
fair.
get, I don't understand why not. If we
It
get
is.
married,
Okay,
if
so
we
I look at it as okay from Sister Cleo's point. You get in a relationship, right? Say you meet someone, you're dating someone, and you're at a point now in your career where you're like really at the peak of your career. You're doing what you want. You're right where you want to be, and
yep,
you're literally like you've just got there.
yep.
And then all of a sudden you get with someone and they tell you, I don't want you to work. Like that's
I'm
kind
not
of
talking about a
to me, that's
boyfriend.
kind of like disappointing.
I'm not talking
Like,
about a boyfriend. I'm not
you
talking about a
know,
boyfriend. Boyfriend doesn't count. This is not for boyfriends. I'm talking about you decide to marry this guy. You decide to live with this guy as husband and wife. You have to have a decision maker. I'm not saying which one it is. But you got
So
to
tell
have.
me this, how long do you feel that it should be, how long do you feel that it takes for a man to know that he has a wife? Because in the way that the word explains that he that finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor with the Lord, that lets me know that every woman is not a wife, but you are a wife
Not
before
my wife. Not
you
my
get a
wife. No,
husband.
the man has to know what he needs. What is he missing?
Okay.
What did God? Well, let me ask you a question. What did God take from me as a man?
All
That
right.
needs to
So,
find in you.
Mr. Mason, here we have an audience is
Yep.
saying, and this is a male, it needs both parties to make the decision. They have to come to a common, and I agree with him 100%.
That's impossible. In the
No, it's
scenario, it's
not.
impossible. Baby, it's 7:59 the doggone morning. It's time to stop talking and somebody can make a decision. You can't just keep on talking because the boss wants to know at 8 o'clock. He wants to know the answer at 8 o'clock. It's decision-making time now.
To me, that's controlling.
Well, somebody has to know. I agree that somebody has to know, but I feel like in order for them to move past that decision has to be agreed upon.
There is a fire. There is a disaster. This thing is happening right now. It's evolving. You got to turn to somebody and say, "What do we do?" You got to turn to somebody. I don't care who it is, but you got to know. You got to know who it is. You can't say we're gonna keep on talking because that means the one who wants to stay wins, and it may not be the right thing. And it's going to be me in my marriage. And I don't know. I don't care about other people's marriages, but I know that God will hold me responsible for that woman and those kids and that family. He will hold me responsible, not you. Therefore, I'm going to be responsible. And the woman will be gentle enough to appreciate that. I'm taking that burden on me. I will be blamed before God. Everything that goes on in that home. The woman has no blame. And I'm not gonna be submitting to her. I'm not gonna be Adam and lose my kingdom because Eve was beautiful.
To me, that sounds like, okay, yes, men are leaders, but that sounds a little bit more than a leader to me. I'm going to be honest.
You can mislabel all day long. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter what you believe or think. This is what God has said. God said that you will submit to your husband. He shall rule you.
Submission it's subjective. What's your definition? What's your definition of submission? Because a lot of time we misconstrue the word of God.
I bet we do.
What is your
definition? I have a book I want to invite folks to my book. The book is called Raunchy Secrets Only Wives Should Know.
Is that your book?
Yes, it's my book. I've written 12 books. This is the one for relationships. Raunchy Secrets Only Wives Should Know. You can find it at God Commands with an S. GodCommandsSex.com. It's a little small book that gives you lessons about all kinds of reasons to deal with that creature called man. He's not a female. He's aggressive normally. He's a bully normally. He's a protector normally. And we feed off you, ladies. We feed off of you. And so it's important to understand if you are in your lane, I'm in my lane, you're more protected. You live longer, you live more happier lives because I'm taking all of the pressure on me. I take care of all the stress. There'll be no stress on my wife. My job is to eliminate all the stress in her life so she can grow. You're a flower. You cannot grow under stress. Somebody got to regulate the light, the fertilizer, the distance. My job is to make you grow. But I can't be your protector if you're also equal to me. You got to find somebody that's not equal to you. If I'm equal to you, I'm not the right guy for you. Find somebody better, find somebody bigger, find somebody stronger. But I'm who I am. And I'm not going
like I said, we can disagree, we can agree or disagree to agree. But to me, how you're expressing it, me personally, I'm just thinking that it's more of a controlling situation.
It is control, baby, ma'am. Please don't doubt it. It is controlling.
Right, but the man should not be should be controlling over his wife. No way.
You think that's a negative thing? That's also protecting. Being controlling is also protecting. My job is to protect my family.
Okay, protect doesn't mean control. It's two different definitions. Controlling is not protecting. Protecting is not controlling.
I'm going to be controlling and protective of my family.
Well, that's why dating for me is so important these days. I want to make sure I date
stay single, sweetheart.
Before I get involved.
You want to be the man.
At the same time,
you want to be the man.
You know what some of the things. Okay, so some of the questions and okay, so we're talking about independence when it comes to being single, and here Mr. Mason is saying that his female is going to be the flower and he's his wife, and he's going to make the decisions because he's the leader, because the Bible says that the woman should be submissive. But one thing I can tell you, for me, the interpretation
that's a matter for you, baby. It matters what the Bible says. That's a matter.
Hold on, the interpretation of being submissive is not
You can interpret the Bible if you want to, young lady. It's up to you.
Submissive does not mean controlling. No.
But if you don't want that, see how fast we got to that. You and I, we got to it in 5 minutes. See, that's why I tell ladies, investigate openly, discuss with the guy what he's looking for. So then you can move on. You can move on, and you'll be buddies. But I'm not going to lose my kingdom like Adam did, being submissive, because the Bible says twice. Twice God said this: hearken to the voice of your wife. He said it twice. He said it about Eve, Adam and Eve. Listen to her instead of me.
Okay, but the Bible, Mr. Mason, but the Bible also says, because we keep stressing on the part about, one of the things that I realized is that everybody keeps stressing on the part about the woman being submissive. But what about the part when the Bible says that man must love his wife and all of these things? What about those other scriptures?
Well, that's about loving you is giving my doggone life for you. That's love enough, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's not going to mean that you're going to take away the freedom from your wife to do what she loves or what God ordains her to do.
Young lady,
because what if God wants her to go to the world and
let her go, but she can't be married to me. I'm not going to try to change women. I only need one. One. I'm not trying to. I'm not going to make this battle with my female. This is my wife. I'm talking about. I'm going to make this. I don't care what other people think about it. I need one woman. I had a great wife, but you know what? In 35 years of marriage. In 35 years of marriage, we had 8 homes, living in 4 different states. In 35 years of marriage, that woman never raised her voice to me. Never. But got everything she wanted from me. I want that. I have that. It's not impossible. It's called harmony and love and respect. I'm not going to debate with my woman on every little thing I do. I'm sorry. If you're as strong as I am, you need somebody stronger. You need somebody wiser than you, stronger than you, taller than you. If it's not me, baby, go on about your business. I'm looking for that woman again.
Well, I don't know what my audience is saying. Hold on, let me see what they're saying. But I'm not.
What the audience is saying about Mr. Mason.
What Mr. Mason is saying, because I'm not in agreement with what Mr. Mason is saying. Because one of the things that I also see is that men. That means, Mr. Mason, let me ask you this. That means you probably could not deal with a strong woman who is feminine. Hold on. That means you could not deal with a strong woman who is still feminine then. Because if she's going to...
Is that a question?
Hold on. If she's going to... let's say you say something... Yes. And I'm adding something to it. Because let's say you say something. Because like you're saying, your wife, she never raises her voice, which she's not supposed to. There's no need to raise any voice from both ends. Whether from the male's perspective or the female's perspective.
I love to answer that question you asked me, though. Strong woman.
Yeah.
I have not yet met a truly strong woman. I met a loud woman, argumentative woman, a negative woman, a stubborn woman, but a strong woman. I haven't seen women building the bridge or building the tractors or building the roads, cutting down trees. I don't know what you mean by strong. I think you mean stubborn.
No. And that's where we are misconstruing. So my strong is... I
haven't seen one. You know one?
Lady Precious, do you understand?
Why would you
show me one?
Why would you say strong, not stubborn?
Exactly.
I don't mean stubborn. That means you can argue. That means you can argue. You can't. Ladies, if I'm laying in bed with my wife, at 3:00 in the morning, and someone kicks my front door open, everyone at the house expects me to get up and go down the hallway and die. Everybody. My wife will say, "You went last time, baby. Let me go. I'm strong." Nobody. I'm laying in that bed next to
That's not what we're
preparing. That's what strong means to men. That's what strong means to men. That's what it means to us. I'm a guy. I'm not a lady. I know what you're talking about. Strength means something to me. So if I'm going to give my life for you, I'm going to give my life for you. Why can't you live your life for me?
Let me define my strong. I'm not talking about physical strength literally.
Yes, you're not. Yes.
Strong.
We know we're not.
My strong is a woman who knows who she is.
That's strong. That's stubborn. That means stubborn. What did you say, Mr. Mason? Oh, sweetheart, stay single. I got to be. I understand, girl. Stay single. because you're gonna have a dude that's gonna be so weak he can't even look up. He got to submit to you, what you're saying. He got to submit all night. You've been saying submit. I believe, I think, and that means he got to submit to you. You're not gonna be happy with a guy like that. You're not gonna be satisfied. He's gonna
Hold
be
on,
weak.
hold on. I'm not getting it. So you're saying that a woman who knows who she is,
I don't know what that
that's
means.
why being single, that's why we're going to crack the code. That's why being single, when you have that self-discovery, that self-love, self-care, you have your standards. Hold on, you got your standards, your boundaries. You're not going to allow any and anybody to come up in your space. That is a form of strength. And you're saying that is being stubborn?
Same thing for the man. I'm not gonna.
I totally agree with you on that.
Self-analysis. Self-analysis. I don't know what that means.
What do you say, Lady Precious?
Be you.
No.
And I be me. And then we're gonna turn and we're gonna be us. Don't change you. I'm not gonna change me. Find somebody that fits who you are. And then you become a us. But you can't bring all of you in, and I can't bring all of me in.
No, you have to. That's how you're gonna become one. You got to bring all of you, because then if not, you're not
it
you.
doesn't fit.
Lady Precious, let's hear what Lady Precious got to say on this.
Okay. Look, I see you, Dr. Mason. I see you. But I just feel like, I mean, I agree with Sister Cleo as far as what strength represents, you knowing who you are. Yeah, and like you just stated, like if like a woman, you don't have to change who you are, and I don't have to change who I am. But if you're saying that when you get with this woman or this wife, there's changes to be made.
But young lady, before you become a wife, you need to know what that is, if that's going to fit. So that's why when I first meet a lady, I'm interviewing. I'm not looking for a girlfriend or a date or sex. I'm interviewing. Do you fit? And we talk. I'm open about it. Do you fit?
Okay. So another thing that we want to look at. So we're on independence, and we're talking about a whole lot of different. Okay. So that is the reason why spirituality. Another thing I wanted to talk about is where we never get to that point when you're in a competition with your partner. There's no need for competition, and that sounds like there would be competition. Okay.
I don't know what it sounds like. I just know what it is. I don't know what it means. What it sounds like.
Now, spirituality versus sexuality. So, for example, so when I was also speaking about strength, a woman who is strong, where I'm fire. So God knows He's going to send a man to me who is water. You know what I mean, Lady Precious? So in the sense
that extinguishes fire, though, man. That extinguishes fire. Water puts out the fire.
No. Water and fire come together, brings a steam. Hello.
It put out the fire.
Water and fire come together,
brings the fire.
Hot and cold brings a
steam. Fire does not match.
It's true for both of you. It's true for both
water
of you. It is true.
I'm not
for
going to struggle
I must agree that it's the truth for both.
You move. It's not easy. You move on. Just
move on. So that's the reason why with spirituality, and when I say spirituality, I'm not speaking about religion. I'm speaking about things like intangible things, like integrity, respect.
That's not spirituality. That's
a form of spirituality. And like I said, if you notice, I put my disclaimer out. I'm not speaking about religion or being religious. Spirituality in something intangible.
You cannot be spiritual without being religious, young lady.
We're talking about integrity. We're talking about respect, things like those. When we're coming together. And that's so a strong woman will never lower her standards to pick up any and anyone.
Nobody's asking anybody to lower any standards. No one cares.
To be used.
No one cares.
And so
your standards are yours. Somebody that matches the standards. Somebody matches the standards. I'm not going to debate a woman with standards can't get along with. I don't care if you call them strength, spirituality, strength. I don't care what you call it. If we're not compatible, we're going to find out in about 5 minutes, and you can go about your business. God bless you.
Right, and that's why no is a complete sentence, and that's why no for me is a complete sentence.
No is a complete.
No is a complete sentence, and that's why. Okay, questions I want to ask that man: do you love me, or do you love to have sex with me? Do you love me, or do you love the idea of being with me? What do you love? Do you love me, or do you love what I can do for you?
If you
Do
judge
you
me,
love me, or do you love how I make you feel? Do
you
you
can't
know
make me
me?
feel
Are
anything.
you going to invest in me? These are questions for you, Mr. Mason. I'm going
Can I
to
answer
ask
the
you.
question? Can I answer
Are
the
you
question
going
for
to
you?
take time to talk to me? Are you going to challenge me
If
at
you
the
stop
level of
talking, I
my
can't talk to
vision?
you. Yes, ma'am.
Are you going
Here's
to
the deal.
challenge me at the level of my vision? If I don't have a vision, are you going to
First off,
challenge me to write one?
your tone of voice is loud and forceful. It's not soft and gentle. But if you have to ask me those questions, if you have to ask me, then you're not paying attention to me. You should know if I love you. You should know if I care for you. You should know if I'm going to. You should know that.
No.
Because
Question
no,
I
let me
need
finish.
to
Let me
ask.
finish. Let me finish. You should judge me by what I do, not what I say. I can lie to
That's
you and
right.
tell you
I
all the things you
agree.
want to hear, but judge me by what I do, not what I say. You know everything about me.
That I will agree with what you're saying, that actions speak louder than words. Show me better
It
than you
does.
can tell me.
Action speaks. Period.
However,
Words means nothing. You are made to believe the lie. You're made to believe. You're made to be seduced. Judge me by what I do, and what I've done in the past. Look at my past. Talk to my friends. That's what you do. You ladies will know
okay,
immediately.
Mr. Mason, as you mentioned the past, that just brings something to my mind. And that's why a lot of relationships don't last, in my opinion, right? Um, when you have like different stamps, for example,
Different what?
different stamps on your body. So he, you've been with so many different partners, right? Let's from you
Okay.
been in relationships, right? So let's say you have 4 or 5 different partners, and I'm not talking about, it may not be in one setting you've
I
had,
got you. I got you.
right? Um, Now, what you find for me is comparison, just like what you said a while ago. So you find when you said look at your past, that doesn't necessarily speak anything to me either, because it may be a situation where you're going to compare me with somebody else. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're
No, I
you
don't understand.
had
I
a
got your
wife,
brothers in the past. I can
probably not you. And
You're the
remember,
present. You're the present.
right, but probably not you
You
in
said
person, because we're talking to an
Right.
audience
Right.
split male and female. So another male may look at this female and say, "Look, you're not like, oh, you know, my wife before, like you're saying, you had a wife who was
Right.
compatible with you. Oh, my wife did this. So now, because I'm not gonna be the type who's going to allow you to control me, then you're gonna say, "Oh, you're not like my wife," or then you want me to do this or do that, or dress this way, or look this way, or speak this way. You understand what I'm saying?
if we're not
Yes.
compatible, I'm going to step out the way so you can find your man.
What? Repeat that, Mr. Mason.
If we are not compatible, I will step out of the way so you can find your man.
Exactly, and that's why I said no is a complete sentence, and that's why it is.
Well, it's not just. It's just me examining. When I first meet you, I'm attracted physically. I walk up to you because you look good, and then I talk to you, and I'm asking things about, like, what happened to your last relationship. Well, I'm interrogating you for a job. You interrogating me for a job. Soon we meet. Stop
But
this.
why would you want to know about the person's last relationship, though?
Why?
Yeah,
I want to know what happened. What if you cheated on him? I want to know that.
I don't think that's important. I think
But it
you
doesn't matter what you think, baby. It matters what I think. I'm the one interviewing. It
right.
doesn't
But I'm
matter.
saying,
So
I would ask a different question to be
But,
like, for
but you're a
example,
different person than me. You're a different creature than I am. I got that.
I don't know. I don't know. Let me see. What do you say, lady precious? I don't know. What my
so would you so the thing, because I feel like change is for everybody. That bad past
All you can say,
relationship could
all
have
you gotta
been
do is
something,
could
that was, horrific, and people may not even want to talk about it,
then,
despite if it was their fault or the other person's fault.
but
Some people
then
just
say
feel
that. I
like
understand.
leaving the
I
past in the
understand.
past. So
That's,
say you get with somebody, you're interviewing someone, as you call it, you're interviewing the opposite sex, and you're asking them what happened in their past relationship,
yep.
knowing that yes, they had one, but what if they decline to answer
Then
that
that's an answer.
question?
That's an answer. I'm looking
So
for.
is that something that will turn you off, or
No,
would
I'm
you
asking the
yourself
question.
continue the conversation?
I'm asking the question. No is an answer. And so I move on. I still want to find out about this young lady. I'm looking for a wife. I'm not looking for a girlfriend is absolutely useless. Useless. You can't do a 401k program. You can't buy a house. You can't go into business. You can't do nothing with a girlfriend.
But Sir Mason, let's go back to what your point was earlier. You're saying that you're asking this question, right, about their past relationship. Anybody can lie to you. It goes back to what you said earlier.
Of course they can. Of course you can. But you know what you can't do? You can't hide your personality in your answer. I read in your answer. Your
I think that's a question that you keep saying what you ask somebody, though.
I'm the only male in this conversation.
I could be
I'm
wrong.
telling you, men are hunters, and we're observers. And I can tell by your answer. I can tell by your emotions, because you're an emotional creature. I read your emotions, and I can tell if you're being this. I don't know why. I can tell if you're being deceptive. But I don't know why. It could be you don't want to talk about it. It's hurt. It could be anything. I'm going to ask you questions about your career, and about your daddy. How do you know about your father? I'm going to ask you about your relationship with your children. I want to know who you are, and every time we go out or talk on the phone, I'm interviewing you for a job. I'm not looking for sex. I'm an absent man.
Okay, so I have one of my audience says that's none of his business to ask any.
Hey, then say that. Then I got you. Just say. I got you. Say that. I got you. You're right. It's not my business.
I'm just saying. I'm looking at some of the responses here.
Oh, gotcha. I don't mind being told none of your business. I don't mind being told. I'm gonna still ask the question, and you don't have to answer the question. Like I said,
okay.
I want a submissive woman, and if you're not submissive, then you're not the woman. I got you. How you doing? I may have somebody for you to meet. I doubt it, but I may have somebody. I'm not trying to fit. If it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. But we're gonna find out before dinner, before the vacation, before the trip, and the shopping. We're gonna find out before all this if you're compatible to me. I'm pretty popular. I do pretty good. It's not a hard thing.
Like I said, you have people just like a male. You have female who are born leaders, and
I haven't seen any. I haven't seen any. I'm sure they are. I guess I don't know. I'm not interested. That's not a criteria for me. I'm not going to follow a woman. A wife. I'm not going to follow that.
You don't think a woman is a leader?
I'm going. Not for me.
Not for you. Okay. No. Well, for me, I believe that each individual. People are born leaders, male and female are born leaders, and
give me an example. Well, never mind.
Give you an example.
It's an individual choice.
You have many great females out there who are leaders, who you can look up to.
I can look up to.
Like we can look up to, sure, men and women. We can look up to a female who is a leader.
Name me one. Who is that?
You have people like what's her name?
I don't know.
What's that lady's name who came in War Room? She's considered. I consider her a leader. Priscilla, is her name
Priscilla Shire? Yeah, Priscilla Shire.
Right. You have Cindy Trim, a leader. You have
no. Stay with her. How is she a leader?
Say that again.
Stay with her. How is she a leader?
How is she a leader? She's a leader in her own rights, where she stands up.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Yeah, like I said, I have not seen one.
And
I want to be
interested too.
Exactly.
I know, but you could. It fits. It fits for her. That's what I'm saying. She got interviewed. She interviewed back. It fit. I'm just saying, folks. We ain't have to please everybody. You got to please one body.
So let me answer this, Mr. Mason.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so two people coming together. You have your own rhythm. Your wife has her own rhythm. You don't believe that both rhythms come together and let that tango, that dance.
In a dance, someone should lead.
So you don't. What I'm asking
is that accurate or not? In a dance, someone should lead.
Okay, not necessarily.
I beg your pardon. In a dance,
not necessarily. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The question I'm asking
that's a tricky one right there.
Bless your heart.
But that's why I'm putting it to you, Mr. Mason.
By the way,
if that person has rhythm, very good salsa dancer, you can dance salsa just very well.
Someone is leading in the dance.
Both of you come to Both of you come together. You don't believe in equality?
I didn't say that. When I say that, in a dance, somebody's leading. In the home, at your boss, at church, at the restaurant, on a bus, somebody's leading.
Okay, so let me ask you this. I'm going to throw questions at you tonight. So would you as a man be comfortable with a woman who is comfortable and happy to marry a woman who knows who she is? Like I said,
I don't know what that means. Everybody should know who they are. I don't know what that means. Are you compatible? Are you compatible to me?
A woman who stands out, a woman who owns the room when she goes into spaces.
I expect you to be attractive enough to conquer every room you walk into, but you're not going to lead me. That's to me.
No. I'm not saying that she's going to lead you. I'm not saying that she's going, because we know that when the man
my deceased wife owned her own line of lingerie and makeup, perfume. She was a model. She owned 2 businesses, college graduate, but I was her man. We discussed stuff. We discussed it. She'd say, okay, babe, what are we going to do?
So you don't believe in cultivating both of you?
I did cultivate both of us. I got her that business. I got her through college. I stopped my radio program to go to college with her, to get her through college. So I did cultivate her. I encouraged her.
But that's what I'm saying.
But young lady, you in a dance, and like in a marriage, in a dance, someone always has to lead.
But what if she had come to you already, been through college, and has her
that's irrelevant to me.
And all of that?
I'm not looking for a job interview. It's irrelevant. Her educational level, business level is not even in the equation for a wife. It's not in the equation. I'm looking for a wife, not a business merger.
No, I'm asking you that question.
What's the question?
If she came, like if it was someone who you're interviewing, and she already has all her accolades, she's been through college, she has already achieved, she has her own home, she has her own she has her own business, money, her finances, everything going, everything together. What's your take on that?
To me, it's irrelevant. Because I don't care about her level of education, her business. I'm not marrying a business merger. It's not a merger. I'm looking for a female in my home. I don't want to come home from working and tell her how my day has been. I want to come home and she tell me how my night's going to be. I'm looking for a female, a woman, a feminine female to lay by me. And what she does, it's don't bring her home. If you're the boss at work, you're the boss at home. Somebody has to lead the dance at home. I will lead the dance at home. And my job, by the way, is to make sure you're happy. The word husband, by the way, the word husband means cultivator. We go to a flower shop, the person take care of the flowers, it's called a husbandry. They're developing, protecting, watering, feeding, caring for, pruning those plants. A husband means manager. The word means cultivator.
Well,
I feel, come on.
He can be a cultivator, but that does not mean that a woman cannot come in with all her things together that I mentioned from the get-go, where she has everything together. Well, she also is looking, so this woman comes in with everything,
everything.
That she, that some woman may be looking for in a man. And what she needs is for this man to feed her, like you said, be the leader, of course, because like I said, I'm not debating the fact that men should be leaders in the relationship. Someone who will bleed for her. Someone who will feed her.
Let's go back to my question. 7:59 in the morning, who makes the decision? The leader does.
No, I already answered that.
You didn't answer it. You evaded.
My answer. Okay, so let me respond to that again. So my answer to that is before it gets to that stage, because that's a serious decision. That's a big decision, right?
The story. Keep the my analysis. Keep the my statement. I painted out the way I wanted to paint it out for a reason. That's why I want the answer. You got to change it to answer. You change something else.
No.
Now, 7:59 in the morning, a decision must be made for the family. It must be made right now. Who makes the decision is the leader.
Both parties have to be a part of that decision making.
Yes, it's called discussion all night long. You just debate it all night long. You listen to each other's point of view all night long. Good points on both sides. But it's now a decision side.
Both parties.
That's silly. That doesn't make any sense. There's a decision to be made.
Both parties, because there has to be. That's how compromise comes in.
You don't compromise on those kind of things. You got to make a decision.
Well, that's how compromise comes in a relationship. You have to have compromise.
You have to have a decision maker. Ladies, don't listen to this. You have to have. It could be the woman, but you got to know in advance before it comes decision time.
Right, but I agree, and that was what I was saying earlier, that you have to know in advance for sure.
Then who is it in the family?
Well, in your case, it probably was you. That you understand what I'm saying? That's why I said that has to be something that is known from the get-go. I
And
guess you probably
also,
missed that part that I was saying.
and
So
also the
once
family needs to know where they're going. The husband and wife need to know where this marriage is going. That's why we had a 5-year plan every 5 years by marriage. And every anniversary, we do every anniversary we do the plan. Let them know where we're going. We knew we were going to be in Florida when I turned 70.
in every relationship, though, Mr. Mason, there has to be an exchange. In every relationship,
You
there
said
has to be an
change it.
exchange.
Somebody has to make the decision, lady. Somebody has to make it. And you're saying it's you. That's what you're saying. And
Every,
so it
every
could be you.
relationship is transactional, even in an abusive one.
I don't know about abusive, but I've never abused a woman.
And okay, so what I mean by that, let me clarify just in case you don't understand. So what I'm saying that every relationship there has to be an exchange, and every relationship is a transactional one, even an abusive one.
Until
What I'm
decision time. Until
in an
decision
abusive
time.
in a in an abusive relationship, which is a decision, which includes decision, you give away your personal power. One gives away their personal power,
Then stay single.
and someone else has the control over your
If you
destiny
don't want to be controlled, stay.
because you don't have enough courage and integrity. That's
Then
how.
stay single. Stay single. I got it. SS. Stay single.
And someone who will allow someone to
I tell
control
that
them
every day.
doesn't have any self-love, no self-worth to know who they are and what's best for them. That is my
It's a catch. But you're not going to make a good man miserable because you're too stubborn to follow.
No, it's not about stubborn. No, like I said, there has to be a line to draw.
I know what I want. And
yeah, what I was saying, Lady Precious, is that in every relationship there's an exchange, and every relationship is transactional, even in an abusive one. And what I meant by that, because he was saying that he don't think so, or he doesn't know about that. What I meant by in that statement is that
I don't know about short
in an abusive relationship, when you have that transaction, is that one gives away their power and someone else controls over their destiny because they don't have enough courage and integrity.
Then
and so in that kind of
single.
relationship, you don't have enough
single
self-love,
and you have nobody covering your life. Stay single.
enough self-worth,
nobody
to know
covering your
who
life.
you are.
Don't take some nice guy and make them weak and miserable because you don't want to be the woman. Don't take some nice guy and make him into a mean dude because you don't know how to treat a husband. Stay single. It's simple. And let him find somebody that's going to love and nurture him and protect him and give him love. That's all you need to do. And stay single.
But just because a woman shows strength in those areas of being confident in who she is and being a woman of integrity, I don't think that should make a man mean or not be who he's supposed to be.
If you're combating a man,
because
if you're combating a man on his manhood, he has to surrender. Let me tell you, ladies, something. You ladies, I don't know either one of you guys, but I bet you do not know a relationship between a man and woman. You don't know one where the woman is loud and the man is loud. If the woman is loud, the man got to be quiet. Because it would destroy the marriage. So somebody got to submit. If you can't find two leaders, husband and wife together, one got to submit. You submit everywhere you go except the home. You submit at church. You submit at the job. You submit the baseball game, on the bus. But you get home with this dude, you got to, I don't know. I think I got to find myself. Just stop and relax. Let us love you, take care of you, and cherish you, and raise you, keep the stress off of you, and we'll both be happy.
Now, in a sense, I kind of understand you in that manner of saying, okay, let us take the stress, because I had a beautiful marriage and my husband made sure that no stress came to me.
Thank you. That's our job.
But when it did
that take away from what you wanted to do, Lady Precious?
No, because what he did, it was always, as far as him, it was always, okay, baby, what's next for you? What's next for you? You know, so he asked me what was next. Once I finished one goal, it's like, okay, baby, what's next for you? And I will ask him, what's next for you? His answer to me was, baby, as long as you're happy, I'm happy.
Yeah, exactly. So the education. Me and my wife were married for 10 years before she kept taking classes in college. Just class. I thought she was the one in classes. But one day she said, I want my degree. I didn't know that. I want my degree. I stopped my business because you can't have a wife in college and you working. You both got to be in college. You both got to be in that schedule. I
You hear
start
that,
my
Sister Precious? So he's not agreeing that one in college and one is working.
yeah. It to me, then I'm talking about me, sweetheart, not you. I'm just talking about
No,
me. I
I'm
knew that
hearing you.
I had
How it worked for
had to
you.
go to school with her, had to do homework work with her. I had to help her through the things. So we did that for 2 years. She got a degree, went back to work again. And so I support her. The business, the line of makeup and perfume, and she was a model. Those things she wants to do, I helped her do that. I don't control that stuff. But things that endanger my home, things that are aggravating what we're doing, I am going to be in charge of security. Her mentally,
That's
physically, emotionally.
understandable.
Well, you can't
Being in
decide.
charge of the
You can't decide.
security.
You can't decide when and where, ladies. You can't decide. Okay, you can come in now. You got to be the female, and he got to be the male all the time. So
We
if,
are,
if
and that's what we women want.
then,
That's
then,
what
then
we
submit.
want. We
Then
want
submit. Then stop fighting.
we
Stop
want
arguing.
men to be the man all the time, because the
Oh,
man he is the head.
not when it's
You know,
convenient.
but
So I agree with you. Therefore, first off, ladies, a good man only knows other good men. So if you got a girlfriend in your life that has a good boyfriend, a good husband, that dude knows other good guys. I don't know any bums. I don't know any bad guys. I don't know any dudes that are mean to women. I don't know any. So if you want a guy in your life, look at your girlfriends, look at your mama, look at people at church. A good man knows another good man. Also, ladies, you have to have a male in your life that loves you and not trying to make love to you. So when you got a date with somebody, do not date a guy the first date by yourself. You go on a double date with your girlfriend and her good man, because that good man will tell you after the date that guy's a good guy or not. He can't fool the guy. You're made to be fooled. You have to have a guy in your life, a man, a male, somewhere, brother, son, father, uncle, somebody who can give you advice and then take the doggone advice. Take the advice. You're weak in that point. That's your weakness. Our weakness is your beauty. You cannot say no to a naked woman. That's our weakness. But
Hold
you
on,
guys with
hold
this
on, hold
emotional
on,
stuff.
hold
you
on.
got any questions?
Hold on, Mr. Mason. You're saying you're going a little bit fast a while ago, but I heard you said something that all she has is her beauty. Can you, am I?
No, I said all we want, all we're attracted about is your. We see you, watch your beauty.
Oh.
We physically we see you, we desire you because you look like chicken dinner, and you all know it. That's why you get dressed up. But you have to have. You cannot tell. We're gonna do anything to get it. We will tell you any lie, anything you want to hear. Because we want it's vital to us. You have
And
to have
that's,
a guy in your life.
but that's why that woman has to have her boundaries and her
No,
non-negotiable.
ma'am. You need a dude in your life. My granddaughter today,
Yeah.
my 21-year-old. Let me tell you, my 21-year-old granddaughter today. She's 21 years old. She's a banker, very successful. She's beautiful, but she came over here today and take me to lunch to ask me about her boyfriend because she needs covering. She's very effective in her job. She gets promotions, she gets pay raises, she gets bonuses because she's good, but she cannot handle dudes. She can never handle dudes. So you bring the guys to me. I'm taking the guy to lunch next week. Me and him will go to lunch next week.
Hold on, that's your daughter?
My granddaughter.
Oh, you said she can't have any
See,
date like. Hold on, repeat that for me, please.
Well, I'm just saying that she needs to be covered by, protected by a man that's standing behind her. She came over today and took me to lunch to ask me questions talking about this dude because she knows guys will lie.
But my thing, but that's what I'm saying. She has to have some. So what if you do not exist? She has to have a level of competency in herself.
No, ma'am. You can't have that.
Say,
If
what?
I don't exist, my sons are here, my uncles are here, my cousins are here. You need men in your life around you that love you and not trying to make love to you. You need that. If you think you don't, you're vulnerable.
But you can give her advice, but you can't make an ultimate decision for
Right?
her.
You hear me say that?
Yeah.
You hear me say that?
I'm just saying that
I'm not over her. She's 21 years old, makes as much money as I make. She got her career, but I have wisdom as a man that she will never, ever, ever have. Never have it. So she comes to sit down with
So
me.
you don't believe God can give her wisdom?
Yes, God, he won't. He hasn't done it. We need each other. If God gave her the wisdom, the woman would not need me.
That's what I'm saying. What if you're not around or any other male is not around?
Ma'am, I told you, I have uncles and brothers and cousins and friends. So if see, God took something from me, that means you don't have everything I have. He took something from me and made you a woman. That means you lack some things that I have. I also lack things that you have because God took something from me. So we need each other. It's not a competition. not a competition. You and I come back together, we'll make a us. It's called a marriage, it's called a family. I do my role, she does her role. And it's smooth, and it's beautiful, it's nice, it's satisfying. I'm not going to debate with my woman. I'm not going to debate with her for 1 second on anything. If I'm not strong enough for you, I'm interfering with you finding your woman. When I go to bed in a few minutes, when I lay down in my bed in a few minutes, in a couple hours, I'm gonna say my prayer to God for my wife. She's here somewhere on this planet. And I say, baby, I know you're looking for me. I can't wait to meet you. I'm gonna keep looking because she's here. If I find somebody else like this, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm looking for her. She is here. I'm not trying to win no debates, win no arguments. I want to get married and live my life taking care of somebody.
Lady Precious. Oh, I guess she's on mute. Yeah, I think I have pretty much said my portion because I believe
Hold
that.
on 1 second.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. You can finish.
No. I think I have some differences, and even incorporating the Word of God, I just think that everybody may have their own interpretation or understanding or their own ways, let's say, put it that way, of doing things. But I just believe that in a relationship, there's always, two people coming together, not one, irrespective of the man being the leader. I have no qualms with
Then
that.
let him lead. Then let him lead, baby. That's all it takes.
But I'm not going to allow him to control me.
That's what leading. That's what leading is.
Doesn't mean a control.
Leading is controlling you. What is?
No.
I love it.
No.
Leading
doesn't mean a controller.
Leading does mean controlling.
No.
That's exactly what it means. Precisely what it means.
Because some people take control into a different level.
That is true, but leading does mean controlling. You're right. Some people may abuse it. You're right. But that does not change what leading is. Leading means control. In every other scenario, on the freeway, in the military, at home, every other place you interact with humans, leading means control.
And I mean, from what you've said, I've asked you a few questions, Mr. Mason, like, based on certain criteria, qualities or characteristics or attributes of a particular woman. And your definition is that she's going to be a stubborn woman or she's a stubborn woman. And I beg to disagree with that. Like,
of course you do. I don't expect you not to agree with me. I expect
because it's an equal network.
I'm giving you my opinion, not yours. So
we have to try to understand our partners.
I don't tend to try. I tend to evaluate and lead. I tend to see if you're compatible or not and move on about my business. I'm not going to try to convince you or associate. It's life too short. You're a nice, decent woman. If I meet a girl, most of them are nice and they're decent. But if we're not compatible, why fool around? I'm not looking at
equal network equals equal.
Get on go about your business.
My philosophy is equal network equals equal network.
Network is. You may tell me if you meet a guy and network.
I'm saying two things.
He makes more money than you. He loses his job. He loses you. That's what you're saying.
No. I'm saying two things. I'm saying equal network equals equal net worth. So two things I'm saying.
Baby, that doesn't make any sense.
Equal net worth. That's
obedience means safety.
Yeah.
Obedience means obedience to the word of God.
You have to understand that,
God said he shall rule you. God said he shall rule you.
Your partner is not a supporting actress in the sense that she plays the role of a supporting actress where
he shall rule you.
People
argue with God, not me.
People, look at her, and people are designed in a way where God has worked for each and every one of us, whether we be male or female.
I cannot wait to find her. I'm so tired of this. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to find her. I'm going to be happy and graceful and appreciated and loved. And it's going to be nice for just us. And everybody has an opinion about this. When I find her, it will be irrelevant.
I like the fact that you said us, because I believe in a better me is a better we.
Well,
And
you full of cliches, baby. You got great cliches. I do too. I got great cliches, but
a better I is a better us.
If God puts us together, we're together. God said it wasn't good for man to be alone. He didn't say it wasn't good for you to be alone. It wasn't good for man to be alone. So I need to go find my goodness, and I ignore all the noise, all the chatter, all the debates, women this, women that. Bless y'all's heart. I'm looking for her. And when I find her, then I'm gonna grab her. I will make her happy the rest
What
of my
would
life.
you say before we because we've been on here for a little time. We haven't really touched most of what we wanted to touch on.
Great debater. We're here with the great debater.
By the way,
we haven't touched most of what we wanted to touch on, like, for example, the self-love, the personal growth, the career advancement. I'm sure we even digged into the career advancement.
That's a business. That's a business.
Future aspirations, because remember, it's single season. We're talking
about. For me, it's not. It's hunting.
But that's what our topic is, Dr. Mason. Single season.
Right. Our topic is single season.
Get out the season. Get out the season. Get into the reason. Get into the reason, not the season.
Educate our audience on some of the secrets of being single.
Let me educate your audience.
That's why some people would rather.
There's a reason God put us here together to be together.
And I understand that.
God said it's not good.
No, but no one's just gonna have anybody.
It's not good to be alone. It's not good to be alone.
I understand, but it's okay to be single, because remember, one of the things also, when you're single, you have more time with God. You have more foundation. You lay a better foundation. You lay a better foundation.
Are you saying that
because you have to get yourself
ready?
Like you said, you have to prepare your
single mother. Are you saying that kids are okay with a single mother?
Go ahead. Hold on. Nothing is wrong with a single parent. Okay.
No, it's not.
Sister Precious, finish that. Go ahead, Sister Precious, because I was going to say the same thing that you're going to say. You have to get yourself ready.
Yeah, because it's like, and you even said it, Dr. Mason. You said that you have to prepare yourself, and I feel like in those moments when, in my case, my husband is no longer here. He's transitioned. He's no longer here on this earth. So, in order for me to get back in a I'm embracing my singleness. I'm not going to say, no, I don't want a man. I don't need a man. I would never say that, because I want what I had before, if not better. You know what I mean? So, and I know what I had. And my husband, he was my protector. He was the one for me.
And your leader.
And he was a man that was worth following as far as being a leader.
Amen.
Now, but when it comes to getting back out there and me being single at this point in my life, I feel like there is some things that I need to work on. And there are some things that I have accomplished even more, because I look at it as now, the Holy Spirit is revealing himself. One thing I must say, that my faith has grown. So now it's like, okay, you have all of me now. So whatever vision and plans that God has prepared for me, yes, he may have somebody lined up right now waiting for me. Because I'm not looking for them. They're going to find me. I'm not looking for them.
And you're not going to like him, it shows up.
He finds a good thing.
Let me ask you a question. Can I ask you a question about your great husband? Your great husband. Yes. When you first met this dude, your great husband, your leader, your coverer, did you like him?
No.
Thank you. Most women don't like the real guy.
I did, honestly. I said, I don't like bald men, and I don't like, his profession. I didn't like his profession either.
My wife and I speak to me for 2 weeks on that bus stop. I got it. We have to earn it. We got to earn it. You won't recognize when it first shows up. Ladies, you will not recognize it. You got to be prepared for it. But the man has to conquer you. You can't.
And I didn't like him not knowing really, truly, or finding out who he was. That was the point right there. I ain't even want to give him that time.
That's the case most times.
I didn't, honestly, and I'm just being truthful. I'm being truthful. I did not.
It's common.
And I would say in a way that I wasn't attracted to his type. Put it like that. Yep. I wouldn't say I didn't like him, but as far as the attraction, no, I didn't
To the
And he
host.
was bald, and I didn't like bald men. So that was something that was like, nah. And then his profession, I didn't like
Now,
either. So
to the host, man. What's your name again, ma'am?
Cleopatra.
Cleopatra. When I find her, can we come back on this program together?
Oh,
Because she's here.
yes. I was
If
about
I
to
find
send you back.
I want to bring her back and introduce her to it. I guarantee you two things about her. She'd be strong, but it won't matter. She'd be successful, but it won't matter. It won't matter.
She's say that again.
She will be strong and it will not matter. She can be successful and it will not matter. She's going to surrender herself to me because I'm covering her. When it happens, I'm going to call you.
I'm here. That's what we do. We
so
like
we
we like
will
to
welcome
follow
you
up.
back.
Follow up.
Yes, we
But let's
can't
do
wait
this.
for this.
I'm gonna. It's not going, folks. I have been in prayer. I've been relaxed. I feel it coming. I know it's time. My kids are out the house now. My grandkids have left my home now. I moved to Florida. I'm across from the country club. I got my home. I got the time. And now it's time. The nest is ready. God has prepared the nest. I've done my duty. I raised my two granddaughters. My wife died. We had two kids. I raised those two daughters myself. And I got here. I'm done.
So back to that single parent question. I'm happy you said this because I remember I was trying to remember what I wanted to respond to. Remember we're talking about we touched a little bit on single parenting just now when we were talking about like personal growth, career advancement, and all of that. One of my thing is that's why when we be disobedient to the word of God, then we fall into these traps and have to bear these consequences.
Amen.
However, if the situation happens, sometimes you have this notion that a single parent can't raise a child in the way that the child should grow. In most cases, not because of certain societies that we are living in. However, it's not impossible.
I don't care if she got kids or not. I don't care if she's been married 3 or 4 times. I don't care if she got a job or educated. But I guarantee, when I bring her back here, I guarantee you, when I meet her, she won't like me. She'll tell you, I don't like me. I guarantee you she won't like me.
No, you're right, because even most, like my relationships, like if you ask me, most of the, like, the men, I would say, when we sit back and we, we're having chit chat, I'm like, I didn't even like you. I'm paying no attention.
No, and it be
But
like
you
that.
still-
Like
but
I
you
ain't paying
still
you no
got
attention,
next
but I
to
feel like a
But you
man
still got
who
next
wants
to
you and
you.
likes you, he will
He
pursue
still
you.
got success.
Like a
Right,
man
he
will
should.
pursue what he wants.
Yes.
I feel that.
You cannot resist if you give a guy enough time. Ladies, please listen to me. I don't care if you love me.
I think I agree with that to a certain extent.
No,
I
you
agree
agree
with that
or
too.
agree.
Because if you're giving him your time, you give him
Yes.
time for a reason. You know
He
what I
Right.
mean?
So that's why I said date with purpose.
Click,
That's the same reason why I
click.
said dating with purpose. You date with purpose, not necessarily to get married, but you date with purpose.
That's the only reason I'm dating, dear.
Mm.
Period.
That's good.
The only reason I'm dating.
That's the only reason I want to do
female
it.
in my life.
Not
I
now.
don't need a
Because my man somewhere. My husband somewhere.
No, he is. He's somewhere. You ain't gonna like him. I guarantee you're not gonna like him.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
You're not gonna like him.
Then I might miss him. Then I might miss him
take my
because
number
I've been
down.
a little mean something.
Remember now, you get a guy that's interesting. Let's double date, and I tell you the guys good or bad. I'll read them for you. Anybody out there? It's coach.clarenceamason.com.
So what's that book about? What's that book about?
The book is secrets that only a wife should know. How to maintain and remain a happily married, doubly satisfied, appreciated woman. And we go into details that only wives should know. And I don't talk to single girls about sex or about affection. I don't talk to single girls about that. I talk to married women about that. So if you want to find out, the book is located at GodCommandSex.com. And I have 12 books out on different topics. Political, social, economical, and spiritual. I'm an author, a debater, and a writer. But women, when I got single, I was stunned. God, what is this? My goodness, ladies, just be a lady. I didn't see any strong females when that hurricane hit here.
I think you're more looking on the physical aspect of strength.
That's all we care about. That's all I care about, women. I don't care. Everything's stubborn.
So that means you don't look at a woman who has found herself, a woman.
I didn't see them in any capacity, physical or mental.
A woman, Mr. Mason, a woman. You don't look at a woman who who finds herself, a woman who knows what she's about, a woman who will not
You
allow
can know.
a man. Hold
You
on.
know, that's all
Hold on,
stubborn. You know what you're about. How about know what your husband's about?
Hold on,
How
Mr.
about what your
Mason.
man is
Hold
about?
on, Mr. Mason. Hold on.
What's that?
Hold on. You. What about the woman now? Where you said she, because remember we talk about the sweet lies that the man will come with, right? So
No,
this
it's Bible.
woman,
We do what works.
who
works.
was able to spot this player or this.
You can spot a player and still get played because women think that their beauty is going to change this guy.
No, but that's what I'm saying. This woman that I'm speaking about is not looking at her physical attraction. That's what I'm saying.
But you get dressed so for your physical attraction.
Say what?
You get dressed supposed to admire your physical attraction.
Okay, physical attraction is a part of the equation. However, this strong woman that I'm speaking about,
I don't know any. No such thing.
In essence, in the figurative sense,
somebody gotta say it. No such thing.
Okay, so we understand the fact, Mr. Mason, that you're saying that men are hunters and they approach us based off of physical appearance.
Of course.
Right? And then they get to know who we are. So you're saying once you get to know who we are based on us giving you that time, because time matters, and you find out that this woman, she has herself together. She's a woman of integrity. She's a confident woman in who she is and what she does. And she's looking for a husband. She's making that conversation. She's letting you know that that's what she's looking for. But as far as the things that say, you're telling her all these things that you want in a woman and all these things.
I'm showing her all the things that I want. I'm showing her.
You're showing her all these things you want in a woman. Well, you say you got to have a conversation first, right? You got to have that conversation. You asking those questions. You're going to learn within those first 5-10 minutes or whatever, if she is compatible or if she's the one for you.
Close, not compatible, but suitable, talkable. Not compatible, just the same standard. Are you a Christian? Do you believe in God? Tell me about God. I got to know. I'm a Christian man. I'm not going to be an atheist or a Muslim. Now, you mentioned a hunter. A strong woman to me is like a hunter hunting a strong rabbit. Who cares how strong the rabbit is? Who cares how strong the fish is? Who cares how strong the deer is?
That's important though, because you don't want a woman who's going to come in your life and cheat on you, like you mentioned.
Right.
Strong had nothing to do with that. Strong women had nothing to do with cheating or not cheating.
Strong in the figurative sense has to do with that, Sir Mason.
No, ma'am, I do not care for a woman's strength. It's irrelevant to me. I care about her personality and her love, her affectionate, her femininity. I want her to guide me into love. This is getting married is a lifetime of affection. I want somebody that I like to make love to. I'm so mad at her, I'm gonna talk to her. That's
no, and that's not what we're saying. I think you still keep going back to that physical form in the way that you're responding.
What's the reason to get married? Not physical.
Exactly.
I can have a friend.
I agree.
Let me say something. I have sisters. I have mother. I have cousins. What's the difference between my cousin and you? Sex. I take my mother to dinner, my cousin out of town, I'm going to Las Vegas to see my niece. The only difference is sex.
No, so hold on. So is that to me that sounds like a sex symbol?
I'm sorry?
The woman, to me, that sounds like the woman being a sex symbol. I mean, she has more than sex to offer.
No, if I want to go dancing, I can take my cousin, my niece to dance. I can go on vacation with my mother. And my sister and I can do things together. The only difference between you and my cousin, what's the difference? Cooking for me? My granddaughter came by the day and cooked. What's the difference?
So she's like a sex symbol in my eyes based on your description here.
What's that?
Based on what you're describing to me, that woman is like a sex symbol in my opinion.
Well, you are a sex symbol, woman. You are a sex symbol to a man. You kidding me? Wait to get buddy.
But a woman has more than sex to offer.
You said more. You are a sex symbol. That's the difference between you and my mother and my cousin. That's the difference. I treat you both the same. I'm gentle with both of you. I'm affectionate with both of you. I'm generous with both of you. But you and my mother or my cousin, the difference is sexual. That's the difference.
But I was mentioning earlier too that you can be mad and still have sex, because when you be mad with each other, you shouldn't withhold sex from each other.
You can't determine my emotions.
Huh?
You can't tell me what I can do. My emotions are my.
You shouldn't though.
It's
But
different. It's different than yours.
You shouldn't, but
No.
we be in our feelings and we don't want nobody to touch us.
It's irrelevant. Shoulda, shouldn't is irrelevant. I am what I am. And if you can go to bed with a guy angry, do that. But a man get turned up. If we think you don't appreciate us, let me finish my sentence. If we think you don't appreciate us, we lose the sexual drive.
No, you shouldn't even go to bed angry, because the Bible tells you that you can't be angry but sin not.
Sexual drive. You must listen to me to learn from me. Our ego is connected to our sexual drive. It's connected. So if I feel dishonored by you or angry with you, I don't feel affection towards you.
Oh, wow.
I'm a man.
Well, listen, I guess we gotta.
I can understand that too, because to me, I feel like even like when it comes to, and I've had conversations with different people too, like women who nag, like it's a turn off for a guy. Like, you know, you get in that situation where, you know, you get in a situation where it's like, you know, or you're upset with somebody. Nobody wants to be touched. Well, and most of the time, it's the woman though.
Still perform. You can still perform sexually. Be angry.
That's true. That's true.
I cannot perform. My stuff don't work if I'm pissed off at you. My stuff don't work. I'm just telling you. I'm gonna watch a game on TV.
I guess we keeping it real here too, right?
I can't function if you ain't respecting me. It just don't work. My stuff don't work at all. I stay home. I go see a movie. I ain't got time for you, man. Act the fool you want to. On debate. I gotta win 2 out of 3 rounds before I go to bed with you. No, go home. Go home.
You sit in the home.
I'm just telling you, I'm looking for a woman. I understand that. I'm enjoying the hunt. These are nice ladies.
Oh my goodness.
No, but see, y'all pretend like that ain't the game. That's the game. The only difference between me and your brother, me and your son, me and your uncle, the only difference, if I'm talking to you, is sexual. The only difference. And you know it because you use it. You're the only creature that accentuates every part of your body. You do your hair, you do your eyelashes, you do your nails, you do your lips, you do your skin, you do your toes, you do everything to get that attention because you know it's powerful. So don't tell me to sit there and think.
It shouldn't be on just the outward appearance. It is important. It is important.
Stop the cliches.
Stop
the cliches. You have
no. What I'm saying, no. If you allow me to finish, what I'm saying, it is important.
Because I was talking. That's why. If I was talking, that's why. But go ahead.
Oh, okay.
No, that's all right.
It is important, you know, to upkeep yourself because presentation.
That's not keep yourself as being washed up. But bulldoing the eyes and the bras and the high heel shoes and the tight pants, that's not doing yourself up. That's showing yourself off.
No,
you know it. You're walking your dog. You're walking your dogs to get the attention. And you're made that way. When you move, your body moves when you walk. Your body moves. When I walk, my body stays still. I'm supposed to be stealthy and hidden. You're supposed to be seen. Everything bounces and shakes. Not that, baby. I enjoy the parade. Yeah, parade. I enjoy the float coming by. But don't play this game. You know that you're a sexually attractive creature for a reason. Because if the man don't think you're sexual 10,000 years ago, if we were at your village and you weren't sexual, you died. So you're going to be cute.
Mason.
Yes. That's true. That's true.
Oh, God.
We're talking about the physical sexual attraction. I'm not looking for a travel partner.
So before we close, I want to ask you this question on this note. How young or how old of a woman would you marry?
Okay. It's a general statement. I don't want to date a female that has not seen black and white TV. Before my wife died, she asked me if I would get married again. I said, I love being married. I'll probably get married again. She said, to a younger woman? I said, no, I'm not going to date her. I'm not going to go through menopause twice. Are you kidding me? No. I want a lady with some history, with some wisdom, seen some things in her life. I want some wrinkles, some gray hair on her head. I want some experience. I want an experienced female. I don't want a little young girl that want to get pregnant again. You kidding me? No, I don't want that. I want a young girl that's young in heart, but old in experience. I want an older lady. I'm 74. You got to be at least 65 for me to talk to you.
Okay.
to experience to be taken for a ride.
Yes. I'm talking about the ride through life. I'm talking about getting the motorhome and going to see the world. I want to see every state
You
park.
know, well, Mr. Mason, listen, I love the fact that you're here. You know, I like this
Yes.
the debate. It's like different opinion, and it's okay when we
That's
have
love. Yeah.
I
everybody just
cannot
on
wait.
the same page. Then this world would not be the world that it is today. But we're gonna have to close tonight. But I am
Yeah, I gotta
open.
go out. I gotta go hunting. How I look today? I look good. I'm going hunting in a minute.
You look good for 74, Mr. Mason.
Find me a woman. I look good. Got my watches on. Got my gear on. I'm going
You look sharp. You look sharp.
Yes.
across the street. There's a country club full of old women. I'm gonna go. I'm going to interview tonight. I'm gonna go interview.
Listen, you came in sharp.
You be safe.
You came in sharp, Mr.
I will bring
Mason.
him back on this program and introduce it to her. What I mean.
Yes, and I am opening the invitation. I'm
Thank
leaving
you.
the invitation open for you to come back, you know, because a man of your age, I'm sure you have some wisdom to impart to us and our audience. And I just want to leave this with our audience today is that, you know, I know we have not touched on some of the subtopics that we wanted to speak on, but hey, it was a good conversation.
Yes.
Yes, it was a good conversation.
Really
and
good.
I just want to say this that being single is not merely a state of being. However, it's more of a profound opportunity for individuals to really embark on a journey or of self-discovery and self-empowerment. And Mr. Mason, don't beat me up too much because remember the topic is mainly single season, okay? That's self-mastery season,
Get
okay?
married. Married season.
It's a time to embrace.
Look, we gotta wait. We can't just marry if we ain't got the bed.
No.
We hear you, Mr. Mason.
I introduce both you ladies to great men because good men only know good men. I only know single.
I agree with that.
Right.
I don't play with the players. I don't like players can't be trusted.
Right. So
they're abusing the community. They're breaking down the community. These punk dudes are breaking down the community. So I don't like them either.
Right. So yes, but our aim though, Mr. Mason, is for our husband to find us and for us to be ready and positioned in a manner that when our husband comes,
to be ready. You're absolutely right. I train women to get ready for their husbands. That's what I do.
We will be ready for him, and it will be a lifetime thing. So for my single people,
and you won't like them.
Know that being single is a time to embrace your individuality, pursue your passions and your dreams, cultivate a deep sense of fulfillment that comes from within, right? While you're on that road of singlehood, there may be moments that present itself as loneliness and you're longing and you're like the clock is ticking, but it's also in that single season, it also offers invaluable lessons in resilience, self-love, and also acceptance. And don't forget, it's a journey
it is a journey.
It's a journey that encourages
surrender, ladies.
To cherish their own company, honor your emotions, and embrace the beauty of solitude as a source of strength. You know, ultimately, what singleness is, it's not a limitation. Don't think it's a limitation. But look at it as a liberation. It's a chance.
I'm looking for a wife, not a girl.
It's a chance to rewrite. But
Mr. Mason,
people,
I'm just all that is great. It's
life, right? To forge deeper connection with oneself and to celebrate the richness of solo living, right? You hear some people say YOLO solo.
Wait till I find her. I can't wait till I find her.
Whether you find yourself in the embrace of singlehood or navigating the complexities of companionship, right? Or like Mr. Mason, who is seeking out for marriage, embrace the beauty of your journey, people. Knowing
that her pretty behind and marry her, make her happy.
Knowing that your true fulfillment lies not in the arms of another, but within the depths of your own soul. That's just my word today to my
own soul. Lord have mercy.
He's gonna be back sooner than we think.
Yes,
Mr. Cleopatra, he's gonna be back sooner than we think. Sooner than we will.
You're beautiful, elegant women. You're lovely. You're talented. You're attractive. I cannot wait to see what God has to store for you. But I gotta go chase. It's 10:40. I gotta go chase. I gotta go
That's
hunt.
right.
I'm going.
He's going
I gotta go
hunting.
hunt.
He has to go hunting.
I gotta
It's
go
kind of
hunting.
late.
You're interfering.
Yes,
All the goats will be gone across the street. They all be gone in 10, 15 minutes.
that's right. So, guys, this is where we wrap up for this
Yes.
evening, this beautiful Friday evening, and we
Yeah.
will come back. We will come back. So we want to come back with
Yes, we
topics
must come
that
back.
we can engage you in and ourselves in and have a great time.
I'm looking forward
Right?
to
Yes.
it. Looking forward to
Okay,
it.
guys. So don't go away.
Show that book again, Dr. Mason.
Mason, don't
In
go
case
away.
married folks want to see
Don't
your
go away.
book, show it
Talking to
again.
me?
I'm going to go away from our audience, but you stay right there.
Okay.
All right. So we will be right back. We're trying to make it a weekly thing. Can come like here on a Friday. We don't want it to be something where we come and then we go missing. But
Yes.
even if it's for me alone to come back until Mr. Mason comes back or whenever Lady Precious can come and co-host with me, it's something that we want to continue because I used to do this before and people have been asking me, what are you doing? We haven't seen you. And people need us because in this season, people need advice, people need encouragement. And that's what we're here for. Soothing
Right.
Stars, where each scar ignites a star, and we're here about healing and getting back to that wholesome place, knowing that you're a winner, you're more than a conqueror. So, guys, have yourself a blessed night, enjoy your weekend, and don't forget Christ. Remember that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. And don't forget, your concerns concern me, and together we conquer. Have yourself a beautiful evening. Bye.
God bless.